The Sacada. The cicada perches high and cannot get fed easily. It chirps on the top of the branches in vain. Just before daybreak, its chirping gets weak. The abundant leaves of the tree are heartlessly green. I have worked and wandered in a faraway land. Fortunately, my old dilapidated home is fixed and safe. I am glad that your chirping keeps me company. I have a life as indigent as yours. Missing my brother in the moonlight. As the fort drum beats, no one is out. In the barren autumn night, only a wild geese honks. The dew has turned to a light frost tonight. The moon is brighter at home. My brother and I are separated. No home to ask whether he is dead or alive. My letters have long been undelivered, to say nothing of the war still going on. Spring. My country is ravaged by war, but the mountains and rivers are still there. Flowers and grass still grow thick when spring comes to the city. I feel wretched and my tears stain the flowers. I hate parting and the singing of the birds startles me. The war has continued for 3 whole months. A letter from home is more valuable than 10,000 gold pieces. My white head is scratched thinner. Cannot even hold a hairpin nowadays. Ascending Yueyang Pavilion. I've heard about the Dongting Lake. Now I am climbing Yueyang Pavilion. At the southwest corner of the river has divided the countries Wu and Su. The heaven and earth churn like the lake water. There is no word from my friends and relatives. I am sick and old, getting around only in a tiny boat. The soldiers and horses are stationed north of the mountain pass. I look out from the north window, tears falling down my face. Living by a stream. I have long been confined to my official position. Now I am fortunately relegated to this southern uncivilized land. I have time to make friends with farmers, and occasionally I roam the mountain and the river and live like a hermit. In the early morning, peasants are digging in the dewy fields. In the late evening, oars against the rocks in the stream are heard. Where I live, I meet no one. I can sing as loud as I can to the blue sky. A fisherman. A fisherman moors his boat below the western cliff at night. In the morning mist, he fetches the clear water of Zhang and starts the fire with the bamboo of Zhu. When the haze dissipates and the sun rises, he is nowhere to be seen. All of a sudden, the sound of his oar churns the sky blue and the river green. Looking back, the sky almost touches the running river. The white clouds chase one another leisurely above the crags. Missing the hermit. I asked the apprentice where his master had gone. He says the master has gone to gather herbs. He is in a mountain somewhere. Only the clouds are so deep, no one knows where. The autumn wind. Where does the autumn wind come from? It chases after the honking of the wild geese. It goes through the trees in the courtyard in the early morning and is first heard by the lonely one who is traveling. Saying goodbye to Wang Lee. I looked at you against the vast smoke and water. I waved as tears stained my clothing. To where are the birds flying? Only the green mountain faced me in vain. Your lone sail went further down the Yangtze River. The sun was setting on the spring lake. Who could see that I stood on the sandbank, sadly missing you with the flowering, watering plants? To my good friend Wang Lee. I am waiting for what? I went out every day and came back empty. I came to look for fragrant flowers. I had to say goodbye to old friends. No one here is going to help me. Good friends are rare in this world indeed. I should bear the loneliness by myself, go back to my old home, and shut my garden gate.